Dynamite times 100. Let's see what this guy's got in store. Oh my gosh. What's going on, guys? Side Guy here, and today we're going to be going over the Too Much TNT mod. As you can see, this TNT gets pretty crazy. You can see the crater behind me left by a massive nuke. It was awesome. Let's get right into the video. So in this video, we're going to be going over the dynamite section of the Too Much TNT mod. There are so many different dynamites. I'll have to do probably multiple videos on this, but look at how many different types of TNT there are. Obviously, I cannot do these all in one video, or it will literally take months almost to make. So let's get started with the first TNT, or as I should say, dynamite. The first dynamite's not very strong. It's way less powerful than TNT, but it can definitely do some damage. It won't even kill animals in the first shot, though. It's not very strong, and it can't even break stone. But it is still very fun to throw around. You can easily melt a tree with it with enough throws. But it is ultimately pretty small, so let's move on to the next dynamite. Dynamite times 5. This stuff is way more powerful. It's about as big as a TNT, maybe a little bit bigger, and it can easily break stone, unlike normal dynamite. You can even pretty much just mine with this stuff because you can throw it so many times. It breaks so many blocks, and it kills almost all animals first shot. Even look at all those 4 horses. Dead. They stood no chance. This can pretty much renovate terrain. You can break so many blocks with it. It's very good. But there's also a lot of gimmicky dynamite, like this shatterproof dynamite, which turns a lot of blocks to obsidian. It's not very helpful. I don't know what you would really use this for, but it is still a very cool dynamite. It doesn't do any damage like a lot of these gimmicky ones like wool dynamite, which turns all blocks into wool of a similar color, which I think is really cool. It turns grass to green wool, dirt to brown wool, you know, all that stuff. Well, let's move right on to the next TNT. We also have snow dynamite and fire dynamite. These two are very cool. They just spawn fire and or snow in a little circle around them. The fire dynamite is one of my favorites, though, because just what? This jungle biome stood no chance. Look at it burn to the floor. I love this fire dynamite. Next dynamite we have on our list is freeze dynamite, which will freeze any block it comes into contact with. This one's actually pretty useful. It's pretty cool. You can make ice bridges. You can pretty much just turn anything into ice that you need to. It is really awesome. You can even sprint on, pretty much make your own land on water, as long as you don't mess up like I just did. It is a very cool TNT. But here's the dynamite you guys were really waiting for. This one's called erupting dynamite, and this throws 5 TNT up in the air that explode in a big fireball, and they do so much damage. This one is a lot of fun to play with because you can just huck a lot of these, and they will send so much TNT in the air. Look at all this. It does so much damage. I love erupting dynamite. Here's the last one of the weak dynamites, which I shouldn't really be saying because this is dynamite times 20, and look at the damage this thing can cause. Here's a comparison with dynamite times 5, and then dynamite times 20. As you can see, it is so much bigger of an explosion. It does so much damage. It is insane. However, those are all first chest dynamites. Now you may be wondering what the difference is. These next ones are nothing like the first ones. They are 1,000 times bigger. It is crazy. We're going to start off with a dynamite firework, lightning dynamite, dynamite times 100, and 2 different meteor dynamites, and this mystery dynamite that I'm not going to show you guys yet because it is crazy. Now you may be wondering why I have this island full of mushrooms, villagers, creepers, and pigs. But that's because I have this lightning dynamite, and all these animals change. Look at this thing. It just keeps going. There's so much lightning from this dynamite. I love this dynamite so much. And look at it. They all change. We got some witches. We got some brown mushrooms. We got some pigmen. I don't see any creepers. It looks like all of the creepers have died from the explosion. Looks like we gotta do it again. Here we go. Yeah, we got some charged creepers. I love this so much. We're doing an explosion review. Let's see what this creeper does. Oh, that's kind of underwhelming compared to the other TNTs. This next dynamite is called a dynamite firework, and you can see why. If it hits the ground, it just unloads normal dynamite everywhere. It is awesome. It is super good for carpet bombing anything. It just does so much damage in such a big area. There are so many different dynamites to get released. It's not a super big deep crater, but as you can see, it goes out for such a long ways, and I love playing with it because this just has so much dynamite explode out with it. Like, look at it. It was able to reach this island all the way over here. It was crazy. There's so much destruction with this one. But anyways, let's move on to dynamite times 100. This one is crazy. It leaves such a big crater, and it can blast you away a little bit. Look at this crater. It's so big. Let's compare it to a dynamite times 20 real quick. That's a dynamite times 20 versus a dynamite times 100. Look at how much bigger that crater is. It is crazy. This has so much destructive potential. I love this dynamite. It is very fun to use, especially since you can throw it anywhere you want, and it instantly kills almost any mob. But now it is time for some really, really big dynamites. This is a big step up in the next direction, and here is the Ice Meteor Dynamite. Now you may be wondering, that didn't do anything. Well, look at this. Boom! It's such a big crater, and it spawns ice everywhere. This is a really, really cool dynamite. It is awesome, honestly. It doesn't get much bigger than this, except for a normal meteor dynamite. And here it comes. It's really cool that you can actually see the meteor falling from the sky, and look at how big that crater is. It has spawned fire everywhere instead of ice, because it is a normal meteor, and it is also quite a bit bigger of a hole. But they are both insanely destructive, and these two dynamites are almost uncontested for the biggest dynamite, except my next one. But look at this normal meteor dynamite. You can really cause some havoc with all 4 of these meteors hitting at once. I mean, look at the destructive capability of these meteors. It is awesome. You can literally wipe an entire village off the face of the earth. Three, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, look at the crater. This one is insane. Here's the dynamite times 100, just so you can compare the 2 holes. Obviously, they are both massive, but the dynamite 500 is just insane. So before this video ends, I had a really cool idea to take it to the Nether, and finding netherite is usually very hard. But let's see how easy it is with these dynamites. I'm going to start off with dynamite times 20, and look at the damage it is able to do. Look at that. I already found some netherite. I found so many pieces already. This is insane. This is a really good way to mine for netherite in the Nether. And I just think it's really, really cool. But maybe we should test out some bigger ones to find maybe even more netherite. Let's test dynamite times 100. Oh! I did not fly backwards on purpose. It knocked me back. Oh, look at the crater. Look at how much netherite there is. This is definitely the best way to mine. Screw bed mining. I'm just going to start throwing dynamite at the walls. But let's make a little path and test the strongest dynamite of them all. You guys ready for it? Here we go. Oh, it knocked me all the way up. Oh, holy. I'm speechless. Look at the cavern it made. This is incredible. There's just so much destruction. There's so much netherite. This is definitely the best way to mine. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please stay tuned. I'm going to be making more series. I'm going to be doing so many more dynamites and TNTs. There's so much more potential for this series. There's literally thousands of TNTs in this mod pack. So stay tuned. What is happening? Oh! Everything's gone. Look at the crater.